Hey guys, welcome back to Factorio. I am SeiferKatt, and I've done some calculations and we need a lot more wood. That's how we're going to start this today. Just complaining about how much wood I have. Yeah, I know, right? So we've been building Red Circus the last couple of episodes, which admittedly hasn't been the most thrilling of work, but it's got to be done, and I just want to make sure that we don't get into a situation where we break our train line again. So we're just going to put the train line out there and see what happens. Because we're going to need a lot more wood for what I got planned. I did a bit of maths and I need some number of arboretums. What number is that, you ask? Well, it's a good question because I don't have it on me right now. It's in my little notebook, and while I'm walking back I will tell you. It is, why did I use a gold pen? 72 arboretums. So I wanted 50. Turns out I need a bit more than 50. That's alright. Let's just get some ghosts coming over here. Regardless of how much you fear ghosts, they're required. I just wanted to make sure I had enough space and didn't start like taking up my train line space. So, we're going to need a lot of arboretums, so we're going to sort that out now. Thankfully, we spent a lot of time last episode to get this mostly sorted. And we're going to continue getting that mostly sorted. Get rid of that. That's probably not required. Great. And probably get rid of that water as well. Hopefully that doesn't come back to bite us. Now, with the arboretums I've got planned, this is also including the arboretums I'm going to need for green chips. So that should be some number of arboretums, who knows. Also, seeing the lack of grass that I've got, I realized something yesterday, and I was so angry with myself. Because I'm like, oh man, if only I had brass, what does it need? It needs copper and tin. Where am I going to get copper and tin from? I mean, I don't know, how about we look at the literal copper and tin right next to each other with ingots coming off it? I mean, that might do it, I guess. Perhaps. Who knows? It's a really easy fix that I didn't even consider. So we're going to go fix that up now. Because why not? Now, we do have some induction furnaces. We do. So what we're going to do is get some induction furnaces, get the copper and tin making nice with each other, and then we have just all the brass we'll ever need. Because that's literally what these factories are for, it's just making copper and brass. Like copper and tin, rather. That's fine, you knew it. You see, look at this. It just has this tin line coming out of nowhere, and this was gathering a lot of tin. Probably didn't need to do that, but hey, look, we did it. So, I had a plan with that, and now I'm just looking at it going, what was I doing? Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to get this copper line. The problem is it's not going to quite work because we've run out of stuff. We're not going to get that copper line. We're going to use this copper line. We can combine it later. That's not a problem. We're going to use the fancy stuff. Because when you're doing work, you got to use the fancy stuff. I don't think I'm telling anyone anything new here. Okay, and then just connect that up and just say brass, please. Show me that brass, girl. It's not a weird thing to say to metal. Totally normal. What are you talking about? Not brass, bronze. Show me that bronze, girl. You know what? The joke is ruined. Just don't talk to me. Anyway. I got really despondent real quick. This is like a new record of sadness. Record of Sadness is my new band, I think. Okay, so we don't really need that to be like that. Okay, so now we've got bronze. We've got lots of bronze. And we can connect the bronze to everything else. And that's going to be a happy day. people will rejoice at bronze coming into the factory. And if they don't, they will drown in bronze. That's right, violence is the only answer to this problem, I guess. Can't say I'm proud of it, but it's where we've ended up. It's like that bit in Game of Thrones, you know, giving them the gold crown by pouring molten gold on his head. He didn't appreciate that. But I mean, who would? You know? General rule of thumb, wherever you are, don't get bronze poured on your head, like molten bronze poured on your head. Because it hurts. Okay. My robots are a little bit confused at what's going on right now. That's okay, they'll figure it out. They're smart. Well, they're not actually. They're pretty stupid, but they think they're smart, and if I tell them that they're smart, they'll believe it. Great, so that should be making a lot of bronze now. Making more bronze than we know what to do with. Well, no, it's not. We know what to do with it. We need to make all the belts, but they're coming. We do still have a severe lack of stone bricks, but that'll be sorted out one day. So at the moment we have, what, how many of these? We have 26 machines, so... Really? Only 26? That's not nearly as many as I need. 26 machines is not going to... So 72 divided by 2 is a very simple number that I don't even need to open up a calculator for. 72 divided by 2, I mean, I'm just thinking about it, 36. So another 10. Okay. So if we just do this, like, do it so we can copy something that already exists. If we just do that, easy. Now, this is all very well and good, but we've actually got no way of outputting the wood at this point, so that was a mistake. But we can work on that in a moment. And the wood can go the other direction. But it's coming together, that's what matters. So then if we do another one of these, like... Yeah. Ooh, that is real close to that line. It'll work, but it's just super close and scary. But you know what? I didn't become a master engineer to be afraid of things. Probably. Yeah, it's probably fine. And then what we can do is do a split here. Ran out of belts, but that's okay because we're building so many belts right now. You wouldn't even believe how many belts we're building. How many belts you want to know we're building? You wouldn't believe it. I'm not even going to tell you. I'm building like bots. That's what matters. So many you wouldn't believe. That's the point. Okay, so water... They're kind of reversed, aren't they? Okay, so... Oh wow, we're also out of underground pipes. But not regular pipes, so that's cool. Well, let's go pick up what the logistics has for us. Hopefully there's a lot of arboretums, because gosh, I certainly need them now. But this is going to make enough wood for making the green circuits and the red circuits. So hopefully this is enough. I don't know if I've got enough resin, but that will probably be a thing I fix next. Here come the pipes. Ah, we got a lot of plastic, huh? Neat. And we've got how many belts? Not as many as I thought we'd have. Oh no, the belt's coming in. I might actually... The problem here is these, and the problem here is those. It makes them and then it just sort of runs out of stuff. Okay, so they're doing their best. Everyone's just doing their best, and that's what matters. That's all I can count on people for doing their best. Okay, so we picked up another 307 belts. That's Hopefully enough for a short time. I don't know if it's going to be enough for what we need. I guess we'll find out, won't we? Oh, it's arboretums as well, but they're all gone now. I mean, look, it doesn't need to be all done at once. Despite how I want it to be all done at once, it doesn't have to be. The other problem is, even if once this is done, it's still actually not going to be quite enough. How much water is this going to need? I don't know. Per second, it's going to require... Oh, okay. No, it's... Can just use the same pipeline, that's not a problem. I was just worried there for a moment that the pipelines wouldn't be enough, but they'll be enough. Okay, and connect that to the water, and connect that to the water. Fantastic. And likewise, we've got to worry about my nutrient pulp, which I probably need to boost how that's all working, because I'm pretty sure we're not actually getting it in quite fast enough. That probably could just be a regular pipe. Okay, so that should nutrient pulp those boys as well. It's always important to get your pulp boys sorted. And bronze should be pretty much full. It is. The problem is not actually the bronze anymore. It still kind of is, actually. Wow, okay. But it is making them. It has made 104 pretty quickly since I've been gone, so that's alright. The bronze is going to be important for the next steps. So while I'm waiting for that, maybe I need to start thinking about how I'm going to get the wood out of here. And that's... because the wood isn't... Oh wait, why do you not have water? Have you never had water? You've never had water. Have you got pulp? You got pulp, but just not water. Interesting. Okay, well, water is not a problem. It's water we can just do like... It's carbon dioxide. Okay, water's kind of a problem. No, water's not a problem, because you just do it like that, like that, like that. Connect it. Everything's got water. Let's make some trees, boys! Okay, that's going to put those on the belt. Not particularly where I wanted them, but that's okay. Now what I could do at this point is just copy these and just paste them however many times they need to be pasted. Okay, now that I've done a full line, let's work. Mostly. No, all it seemed to do is... Okay, put more power poles down. What? Power poles! I want those. Okay. I tried. That's going to give me a significant wood, which I wish I didn't just say that aloud, because that's creepy and weird. But anyway, I've got significant wood now. And before I worry too much about this, I'm going to now... Would it be better to put the wood over here? I don't know. I think I could make the green over there, but now the... Or I could just build the wood over here, and that's probably better. So, okay, that I like that idea more. So we're just going to put this all the way back down here. And then likewise, this is going to go all the way down here as well. It's going to need a lot more belts, but that's okay. We are making a lot more belts. And then finally, we did I not? Oh, I see what's happened here. So we copy this, and we paste that, and then that's fine. Cool. So that shouldn't be making a full belt or anything ridiculous like that. It's not. Doing 1 per second, that's not a lot of trees. Okay. And they're just going to sit there, huh? Is that where you're going to live now? And just so we can connect them, we might as well. Because no reason not to. Or at the very least, put it near the other one. There we go. Just so there's room for it for later. Why don't you pick up a tree? A tree! Wonderful, I really needed another tree. I didn't, but hey. Sometimes you get what you don't need. Now what I would like to do, while I'm thinking about it, is... Hydrogen drop train is still doing what it needs to do. That should be turned off. It's not turned off? Oh, because there is nothing telling it to ever turn off. Okay, well that's interesting. So if hydrogen is ever, say, less than, let's just go 100,000, that's a lot. That should turn off, so it should be off. Great. Let's go up here to bean and nut drop. Now, I think the other hydrogen drop isn't actually going to turn itself off either, so I probably need to fix that up. That bothers me a little bit. Do we not have enough? That seems wrong. I'll have to fix that up in a moment. I just jumped out of the train like a fool. That's alright. There was not much further to go. We just gotta do it on foot. Now, I've walked all this way, which is good. It's good to go for a good long walk. But I really need combiners. So we go... Oh, actually... a little bit concerned about the sulfur right now. What's going on, buddies? Where's all my sulfur? These are doing their best. This is full. But there's not enough sulfur coming through. Interesting. Okay, that's probably a problem as well. And apparently I'm shouting. Advanced chemical facilities! Okay. Advanced chemical plants. Okay, so we need some more advanced chemical plants as well. Now I don't know if they are in the... Oh. Apparently at some point we were building them. That's good, I suppose. They're currently at 0. That's... Okay, so let's go with 10. 20 is probably too many. And we're going to need to grab some electric circuits and some copper wire. Copper wire is not a problem, that's just copper. You can grab that from anywhere where local copper is sold. That's slag. That might actually be causing a problem. I don't think the slag's going anywhere anymore. I think that there was a slag train, it is full. Okay. Another problematic point. So, anyway, we need some of these. Burp. And we need some of this. Burp. Burp. I grabbed some of that by mistake, but that's alright. I've got 2 decided combiners. Where did I get those? Nobody really knows for sure. That's alright. What matters is that we just get some restocks. Great, that's giving me a lot more belts. Okay, pretty happy about that. It's a good restock. Okay, and I think it's time to take the Venga bus because we're here. The Venga bus doesn't have any responsibilities aside from getting me to where I want to go. Which is, of course, back to being a nut drop because I couldn't actually do what I wanted to do there. While the Venga bus is up there, is there anything else for it to do? There's, I guess, a few worms it could deal with. Maybe. Might just be out of range. We'll give it a go. Now, as long as I don't press enter this time, I won't just leap out of the train like a scary school child. Scary because when school children jump out of a train like that, you're just like, oh god! My career. As a school bus driver, I suppose. I guess that's my job now. I've gone too far. I've gone to the second sulfur mine. Okay, so the problem with this is while it's fine... Well, it's not actually, that's literally the problem with it. So we're going to go like this, and like this. And we'll want to connect them to that. Okay, so red wire to there and to there. This red wire goes here. This red wire goes... Oh shit, I'm going to need more red wires, aren't I? Red wires... they look like the red wires. I know it's really hard to tell, but that's kind of in the name, isn't it? Okay, so zombie eucalyptus. If we have greater than, say, 10,000, I think there's way more than 10,000 in there. Yeah, if there's way more than 10,000. Oh. What? Oh, I had like a long time of an activity. Okay. Output 0. Likewise, this is nutrient pulp, or also known as a pulp. And if that is over, say, 40,000. No, 40,000 is too high. 20,000. Output A. Then we need another combiner, which we didn't consider. Ladder built 2. Okay. That combiner says if A equals... No, A does not equal 2. Then output B. If B equals 1, network is on. It should be off right now. No, I was going to get on that train, but we've got to do some stuff with advanced chemical plants. I don't know if this is quite going to work the way I want it to, but we've got to try. And yeah, can we use plastic, please? Great. We could also, if we want to be a bit lazier, just speed this up with speed modules. That should speed up the amount that we go through the acid gas. And likewise, we need to make sure that this is also as fast as it can go, because currently it's level 2s, which is nice. Level 2 ain't no level 3s, if you know what I mean. Because I just need these to go as fast as possible. Because if my sulfur runs out, then we've got real problems. Not really, actually. We don't have big problems. That's just annoyances. Okay, so that's sorted, that's sorted. Arboretums are being built. That's pretty good actually. Crystallizers, I don't know if we need 50 of them. Let's tone that down to 20. Rid of some of these. Probably don't need that many ingots. I am running on a train track. Always dangerous. But then again, always dangerous is what they used to call me in high school because I was a very dangerous kid. I'd like, alright, I lied. I was never dangerous in any way whatsoever. Why would you think that? Because I told you? I'm a liar, I just told you that. And again, could you trust that? Ooh. Spooky. It's not spooky. If I say ooh spooky, then maybe people believe I was spooky instead. Damn. That's how you trick people. That's a crime. Anyway. Enough of that bullshit for one day. I say enough of that bullshit, but I'm going to keep playing, so you know that bullshit's never really going to end. So, okay, we should have a lot. We have 849 belts after this. So that's pretty exciting. And if I do this... Oh yeah, we're going to get through all my belts. Even though I've got 849 of them, that's still... Way, not enough. But that's the point of these big builds. These big builds require big societal pressure. None of arboretums, but that's okay. That'll fix itself as time goes on. I'm pretty sure I don't have enough things making soil as well, but we can fix those problems. Oh, you guys not happy about something? You charged? Alright, sup on my back. Because I got a backpack on that has power. It's not weird, guys. It's loving. Wait, what? That goes down. Oh, I see what's happened here. Got confused with a couple of things. Because that is for the tree seeds. Probably. Yeah, that's for the tree seeds. I think the tree seeds also need to go down here. Yes, they do. Wait, we need tree seeds in two places here. We need them... We need to do it like that. Okay. Now, I'm almost certain these are not going to be producing enough seeds now. And look at that soil. That soil is disappointing. Let's enhance that soil. We'll also, of course, need to get more compost. Again, that's easy enough. You just gotta do it. There we go. Hopefully that produces enough soil, and it'll use more of my compost, which is always nice. Because I got lots of compost. You know what? I'm still not feeling confident about this. Do one more. It does look like we've got enough belts though, so that's something, I suppose. We need lots of soil. Oh no, maybe we don't have enough belts. No, we don't. There's no way we have enough belts. Still. No, we're out of belts. Okay, great. Good work, guys. You tried. So the next step, let's just worry about the next step while we just wait for that to recharge, is we're going to have a a assembler. I can figure out what an assembler looks like. And this assembler's job is to build my saw blades. To do that though, we need a casting machine. That's going to make iron, because we're going to keep using the iron saw blades. This is going to make wood. And then we're going to go filter inserter, as we carry those around apparently. Yokes, I don't make any filter inserters. Yeah, that's probably fine. So that's going to be blades. Just regular ones. And then we just need regular inserters to go back into there. And then these ones to be blacklisting blades, because we want them to be putting out the other good stuff. Then we're going to have this. No. We're going to have this. We'll get it right eventually, don't you worry. Just go like that. And we're going to actually have this situation happening a second time as well. If that one, of course, needs to be pointing this direction. Otherwise, that just simply doesn't work. And this is going to go like that and like that. And we're going to have a little bit of a wiring situation where these, if the blades, just single blade, the blades are less than, say, 50, go. And of course you've actually got to be pointing in the right direction as well, but that's okay, you tried. So now what we're going to do is figure out how to get iron into here, which shouldn't be too difficult. Iron's nowhere near here, is it? Iron's over there, I suppose. Okay, well let's go get iron. I thought iron was going to be way closer, because everything uses iron. And I think we will need iron for the... for something coming up. For the electric circuits, the green ones. But I guess we haven't needed it yet. I guess because we haven't started building electric green circuits yet. Boom. Problem solved. Problem created. Yeah, see, you need iron for that. So we're actually going to pull it away from there, because, I mean, it kind of makes sense anyway, right? Ooh, hello train. Okay, keep going. Okay. So I don't know what I'm going to do with this big empty spot, but at some point something will make me go, oh yeah, that could be great. Probably expanding something in the future. That's usually how these things go. Through there, I think, is correct. Let's find out. Was I right? Oh, it was perfect. Heck yes. Oops. You almost couldn't do better than that. And if you could, I don't want to hear about it, because I'm pretty happy. So that's going to start making it saw blades, which is going to start getting them all ready. Not going to do anything just yet. You acknowledge that's meant to be blacklist? You do, good job. Okay, so trees. We're going to have the trees come in. Now if I remember rightly, these things can go through trees pretty quickly. They can go through... They can go through a lot of trees real quickly. Okay. So let's just get it to go through trees, I suppose. Need more belts, but that's a common phrase today. And this one here, I actually wanted to come down here and connect up with that. Oops, no. Okay, we'll pick up 23 trees, that's fine. Okay, and then we can put the trees in there. And it's going to output the wood. Which is pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that. I hope it'll cut through enough trees. I still don't know if we make enough soil. What's the problem with soil right now? Nothing, they're all just working their hardest. We're just not making enough soil, that's the only problem. No shortage of sand. Tree seeds probably looking a little bit light as well. Although maybe not. Maybe tree seeds are fine. Okay. So let's go back and resupply. And then let's make wooden boards, I suppose. I don't know how many wooden boards we need. We do need to go get resin, so maybe that's what we should do next. Supply me, my robots! Supply me. They do pretty well at supplying me lately. I have 652 belts, 657 belts, 660 belts. That'll have to do for now. I'll grab some alien artifacts just to keep them busy next time I'm there. How many arboretums did I pick up? 5. Not great. It's not quite as many as I would have liked, but what we did. Actually, let's focus on over here if we can. At the very least, if we start getting the trees cut. No, they're really focused on going all the way over there, aren't they? Like, I came over here so that way. You know what? You want something done right, you do it yourself. Oh, here they come. If they start building here, I'm going to be like real mad at them. No, first they all have to charge. Okay. Lazy robots. Swear to God. Oops. That was quite an oops. Okay, that's probably good. And let's just get that together. No, that's wrong. That is wrong because that's the top, it's not the bottom. Glad I realized that before it all went to hell. Okay. And that's supposed to be a chain signal. Okay. That could have been bad. Let's just keep building that so I don't forget in future. So yeah, that's better. Not great, I do need to fix that later, but for now that's fine. Okay, so we've still got enough belts, and these things are still... I don't know what they're doing, but... Come here. Okay, so we got my boards. Wonderful. Now, I think it's time that we finally actually make the phalloic boards. No, we were making those already, weren't we? Yeah, we are. Except we need wooden boards and resin. Okay, so I need lots of wooden boards. How many wooden boards do I need for this only? Well, I need 1.08 of a belt. So 1.08 boards is how many? That is not many actually. Less than you'd think. Really? Only 1.08? That's such a small number. No, that's wrong. I see the mistake I've made there. It needs to be these. So 1.08 of these is still not actually as much as I thought it would be. It's 1.2. Okay. So what I might do is I might move those up here, so that way they've got a closer range to go. And that's just going to be wooden boards and resin. So I still think here is where we build our wooden boards. They don't actually need a lot of oversight. They're pretty simple machines. So I don't quite know if that's right. I like how this is the part where I've given up on actually doing the maths. Part like near the end. That's alright. You know what? Let's just do that. Let's do it properly. Okay. I didn't need it quite that bad. I was like, something doesn't look quite right there, but then I'm like, no, that's actually right. It just doesn't look right. We want to move all those one across because that was wrong. It was, but I also don't care about the symmetry anymore. I could work on symmetry all day and it's not actually going to be very beneficial for me. Okay, and that will give me my wooden boards. That should give me what? How much wooden boards does that give me? 6 belts worth. And it would need 3 belts worth of trees. So in other words, that is way, way too big. How about that? It'll give me 3 belts worth. You know what? That's fine. I don't... Immediately that fills up. Okay. So what we'll do is this and this to make a 2nd belt's worth. Okay, so that immediately is 2 belts worth of wooden boards. That's kind of good, I guess. I'm going to move this up here. And this is going to make my Alolic boards, or however the hell you say that. Now we're going to need resin for that, so we're going to need to get some new friends. We could just bring in the resin that we've already made, and I may just do that. So we're going to also give it an extra space. That way we can just fit in more resin. And the resin's got to come from somewhere too. And consider that. Okay, well the resin's got to come from over here, which is quite a distance. But I believe the resin is also in pipes because it's liquid resin. Look at that liquid resin, there it goes. Goes across here, it goes down, across, probably goes into here. Oh, it's going up for some reason. It's going up, it's going across, it's going into here. Okay, so that's where the resin is. It's almost on a perfect direct line, actually. Yeah, well, let's go. Now, what's going on here, actually? I'm afraid this... Yeah, I was worried about that. If one... Okay, that should fix it now. It should be off. Yep. Okay, so now we need to go get the resin, which is actually pretty close by. And if we need to make more, we can always expand it. Hey, Lord Platypus, how you doing? How are things going for you? Alright, so we're going to go get that resin and not get hit by a train. That may be the hardest part of this, but I think we can manage. I'm a little bit afraid, but that's okay. Trains are meant to be... hopefully not hitting you, actually. Okay, so we've got the liquid resin. There it is. All liquidy and resiny. And let's bring it over. Unfortunately, it has to go through a little bit of a mess, but that's alright. The alternative is we just make the resin on site. Which... I suppose we could. We've got the half of the things that we need there. We just don't have all the catalysts. Oh! Excellent on both of them. Well, actually, debugging I'm not so sure, but, you know, good on you for the vaccine. I would love to get my vaccine, but then again, I'm in a country that isn't really too worried right now. Which is good. I'm certainly not complaining. I just like to get the vaccine. Just have that peace of mind. Oh, I know they're the worst. Wait, I'm not sure we're talking about the same thing. What are segmentation faults? I like how I go, they're the worst, and I realize, what am I talking about? I actually don't know. I was never much of a coder, if you're talking about debugging. I tried to be a coder, but it just didn't sit well with me. And then I got weirdly despondent about coding in general. And then it just all went to hell for me after that. So, you know, that was my story. Ah, okay. I got some of those words. How much resin do I need? Some. Oh, that's not nice. I was always terrible at debugging, but then again I was always terrible at coding as well. And that's why I didn't proceed in that career path. I've got a lot of friends who code, but I mean, I could probably do it, I just get really despondent when things don't work. I mean, that in my career as well, but hey, that's just... I really want to be like, that's who I am as a person, but it really, I got to be better than that. Oh, that's actually enough reason. That's a full belt's worth at that point. Yeah, I give up too easily. Things don't work. Okay, so that should be full belt of resin, more or less. Great. Okay, then we have our boards. Our delicious boards. I'm still working on red circuits. I decided I wanted to have a full belt line worth of them. And this has been the bane of my existence ever since I decided that was a good idea. So, still working on red circuits, but it's gonna be... like this whole thing that I'm working on over here, this whole section is just to make red circuits. But it's gonna be big. How much is it actually making? This is making 4.2. And that requires, I don't think this requires 4.2. It requires 1.08. I made it too big. I know what you're thinking. What is blue or red? Blue and red. Oh, sorry, blue and black. Well, blue, like I have been making red. Like red was this. The problem is it's not making enough. Now, blue is dependent on reds, and blacks is also dependent on reds. And why is that not making things? Huh. We've actually got a lot of reds in there. Something's gone wrong there. They're not too bad. The problem is their dependencies, and that's why I'm doing all of this. Because if I get a lot of blues, I can speed up, sorry, a lot of reds. Everything sort of just ticks along a lot nicer. But just because I didn't have the dependencies quite right, it's kind of crapped out. But something else is crapped out right now, which I know because I got a lot of reds, and I know that's wrong. So I got to figure out what that is in just a moment, once I connect these boards. Okay, so we're going to go like that. Like that. Like that. Actually, we've got to change it at this point because otherwise it doesn't work. Oopsie. Okay. So why am I not making blue circuits? What's going on here? Not making these. Why am I not making these? Not making enough of those. Why am I not making enough of these? Gold. Ah, that's a problem I have not considered in quite some time. Okay, we're not making enough gold. Or not making actually any gold, probably. Shit, okay. Well, that's the next problem, I guess. I was wondering when gold would be a problem. Turns out right now. Okay. Gold's not actually a hard problem to fix. It's just... it needs chloride. I guess that's a pain. Okay, so this will make my boards. That's pretty good. Yeah, red is just a problem because it's a dependency on everything. Oh, you're quite right. Thank you very much. Might not be too much of a problem, but it's good to just make sure that we've got that buffer. Thank you. Okay, so that's all of red circuits done aside from the fact green circuits. Do we have a radar yet? Can we build a radar? We can build a level 1 radar. Not quite what I wanted, but it'll have to do. I would have preferred a higher level radar, but that's okay. It does show what I need to see. Soil is still not enough. In fact, compost might not be enough. Seriously, compost is not enough? Huh. I'm a little bit surprised and scared by that fact. I would have thought we had lots of compost, but I guess not. Anyway, let's not worry about that right now. Next, we've got to worry about green circuits. Now, green circuits are actually pretty simple. Well, they do need brown circuits. Maybe we should focus on brown circuits first. Just wooden boards and copper cable. At this point, we're going to work forwards because we've gone backwards long enough. And they need to go all the way over here, don't they? Oh, shit. Am I right on that? Yeah, they do. Okay. How many belts of green circuits do we even need? 2. Okay. Well, that's good to know, I suppose. And we can put them through there. Okay, so there's a way to do it. That's not too bad then. We've just run out of soil. Okay, so gold or continuing on this madness? Logically, science is currently stopped and blue circuits take longer. So, you know what? Let's do gold. Gold is actually required now. So we've got blast furnaces, we've got crystallizers. Kind of got everything we need except probably belts. Some more crystallizers probably wouldn't go amiss. I know, you want... So let's go to 50 crystallizers. Okay. Let me just build a couple bigger radars as well while we're here. I don't like having little radars. Makes me feel inadequate as a man. Great. So where the hell are we putting the gold? Well, under the routine that we've been going on, it would probably go up here. Gold requires... Is gold one of the harder ones? Probably. Gold requires 3 and it needs to go to crystals. Okay. What's it bloody does? Oh, we could just keep building along this way. I mean, that was a very similar build and we can just replicate that. So let's just replicate what we've got. So, to the Venga bus, I suppose. Oh, and we're going to need a lot of sand as well. Okay. Venga bus is going to have to go over here first then. So, yeah, need a lot of sand, and I imagine we're still starved with stone? Yeah, we are. So until we're not starved with stone, these are not going to be making landfill. I don't even know what all the stone's going into. Okay, finger bus, can you just wait here? And if I forget to take the finger bus back, please remind me. Because otherwise it's going to be blocking off like a whole bunch of stuff. That was 3,000 sand, that was pretty good. We don't need as many electrolyzers right now. Liquefiers probably not either. Probably don't need a few of these things that I'm just carrying around. Okay, can we get a little bit more sand? Right, that's enough. Okay, let's go get the finger bus and let's take it up to where I want to build gold. Which was right here. That's interesting that that's sitting there. What are you sitting there for? You have nowhere to go? Oh, you don't. Wonderful. Oh, I know what happened there. Okay, that's kind of funny. Because I put it onto manual, so it didn't actually get to its auto point, and it just moved a little bit and had to go for a full spin. Okay, well, the finger bus was never the smartest. Uranium's still going well. I really should have actually put the centrifuges to be making plutonium. Since I've been carrying them for all this time, intending to do that, but we still haven't done it. We'll do it one day. We'll get to it. Alright, so thank you Venga Bus for your services as always. And this shall be gold. Unless I make some horrifying mistake. I was looking at gold, like, I usually do look at the factory for like 10-20 minutes before or after each stream, just so I know what I need to do for the next session so I'm not floundering. And I did notice gold, and I thought, that's going to be a problem one day. I didn't anticipate it was going to be before I finished red circuits. So that was a bit of a surprise, unfortunately, for me. Yeah, so let's just grab this. Now it's not going to be entirely happy about what we're trying to do here. Hopefully that's a good enough start. Now, of course, they're the wrong metal, minerals right now, but we'll get that sorted. And of course, everything's wrong right now, but that'll all get sorted. That's not a problem. So we're not going to connect the minerals just yet, because connecting the minerals right now would be folly, because it doesn't actually need... I don't want it to make anything yet, because it's the wrong stuff. And then we're going to figure out what acids it needs. I don't know if we need to make two... Is gold made for much else? That's probably the next question. Molecule contacts, it's made for some sciences. Not made for too much. It is made for black boards. Maybe we wouldn't be too amiss by putting another one in. Looks like we didn't pick any flotation cells. Or if we did... No, we don't have any flotation cells in the rotation. Okay, that's annoying. Maybe we do a second one of gold just to make sure we never run out of gold ever again. Then again, there's things we can do to speed stuff up, so... No, I think this is fine. We can always build a second one, and in some ways, the second one is not bad. And a steel chest. You know, we'll put a titanium chest in, because why not? Okay, so gold requires light blue, white, and red. So we've got... That's the light blue. White and red. Okay, that's... I know they've all got special names, but I can never remember them, so I just remember them by their colour. Oh wait, red. Red is there. Fantastic. That does make things a bit easier for me. I do also need to worry about the... the geodes that it's going to produce. Okay, so let's go get flotation cells, because it can't really do much without those. Thankfully, there's a train here that just drops off mineral sludge. So that's going to move along pretty quickly. So back to the mall, and then the Venga bus can bring us back here. Okay, flotation cells, please. Well, the bots are immediately happy to see me, which is always good. Yep, all the stuff's being picked up. We need some more alien... Nope. Whatever. Yes. Got most of the stuff I wanted. Alright. So if you don't mind me asking, Lord Platypus, just because you were mentioning the COVID vaccine, whereabouts are you from? Whereabouts are you lucky enough to be able to get that vaccine? That is really the question on everyone's mind these days. Just where do you get that stuff? I am not eligible to get it until July, I believe. But again, it's completely different in this country that I'm not actually particularly worried about catching it. I mean, every now and then I am, of course, because you can't live in this world right now without being at least a little worried. But that's just the nature of this bloody timeline that we're in. Anyway. Okay, let's just get the nitric wastewater, get rid of that. Okay, and likewise, we're gonna need some different acids that we don't usually need. Liquefire 1s. Excuse me, who do you think you're talking to, buddy? Also, really? So that's gonna make light greens. So let's just switch that. And switch that. and turn these liquefiers into 3s. I guess I'm going to need to sulfur them as well. Last it all. Well, actually I already need sulfur, so not really anything new. I could just get rid of the crystal stuff. Probably don't need to, I could probably just merge it with the rest of the crystal slurry. Okay, so what do we need? Well, step 1, let's improve these hydro plants. And look, let's just steal its water. No harm has ever been done by stealing another man's water. Oh, I suppose it needs to be connected to water here too, doesn't it? Okay, well, let's change the way this works then. Okay, so that's water. I don't know if it's going to be producing quite enough. What is this making? This is cobalt, right? Might be needed when tungsten kicks into more high gear. And these two should not interact, because these are not the same acids. So that's going to be problematic. And we need a way to get rid of the sulfuric wastewater, which I was a smarter man and realized my problems about the acid before was because I do this. Then I wouldn't do it. But I'm not a smarter man and I'm going to do it. And just turn that into gold, please, when you get around to it. Okay, so we need to get my acids now. The first one, sulfuric acid, that is always the easy, that is the OG. That is never a problem to get sulfuric acid. That is the acid that is used for almost everything that is acidic. In fact, it's also used to making more acids, so that's a little bit useful. Yeah, I suppose you don't want to connect that to that, do you? Would you be happy connecting it that way? Yeah, you'd be much happier, wouldn't you? No, you wouldn't be. That's not for acids. Yeah, maybe I'll just try to connect this to that first. Let's keep it easy. Okay, sulfuric acid. Now that's got to be connected to here. And also to... yeah, that's right. Sulfuric acid is connected to 2 points. Wonderful. Hydrochloric and nitric is next. So what do we have down here? We've got sulfuric, and nitric. Fantastic. I needed nitric. So where do I connect that to/from? Well, I see a good connection point right there. Let's go with that. Anyone ever wonders why my bases look like a mess? It's because I design things like this. I don't think anyone's curious on that fact though. Okay, nitric is connected. Fantastic. Finally, hydrochloric. Now hydrochloric's a bit more of a problem. I don't think anything uses hydrochloric as much. Okay, hydrochloric's going to be down there. How's hydrochloric going at the moment? It's going okay. It was a little bit light before, so I'm happy to see it's recovered. It's all about getting those fluids. It's like having a cold. You've got to get your fluids in. Okay, so... or any sort of sickness, honestly. Okay. Here comes my hydrochloric rather. I always remember that we used to use hydrochloric acid in high school, and I'm really not sure whether that was a good idea. I mean, I know it was diluted, but why would you give a bunch of kids hydrochloric acid? Like, I understand what the hell that shit is now and why it's bad, but I didn't understand what the heck hydrochloric acid was back then, and now that I know, I mean, again, it was diluted. Diluted. They weren't stupid. They weren't just giving a bunch of stupid 13-year-olds full-strength hydrochloric acid. But still scary. Like, surely some kid gets hurt every now and then. Maybe I'm overthinking it. I don't know. It wouldn't be the first time, won't be the last. Anyway. I also just think of how such a stupid child I was, and I'm like, yeah, I probably tried to eat it. Why would you not try to eat hydrochloric acid? The teacher told you not to. It's called the forbidden treat. Don't call it a forbidden treat because you're allowed to eat it. Alright, that should make me some gold now. Let's find out. Suppose I need to power everything as well. Probably the next step. Well, immediately everything's fired off, so that's exciting. Probably need to power that. But yeah, so we've got... Well, that's gone fantastically. I got no fast filter inserters. Who's even in charge around here? Fast filter inserters, they require things I don't have. Okay. Do we have fast filter inserters here? We do. We do actually have fast filter inserters. But why do we not have them? Why do we not have them? There's a request for them. Yeah. Is it one with 0? Probably. It is. Can't entirely say I'm surprised. Okay. Back to the mall. That's why you wait around until it's actually making something. Can I get my filter inserters, please? Those are... Come on. I know you've got them. There they are. Yes, great. Finger bus! Let's go! I like this. This route is just nice. It's just straight up. Nothing happens. Just the most chill route that I've got. I've got like a couple of incomplete crystallizers in there, it seems, as well. That's probably something I should fix one day. Don't know when I'll do it, but I should fix it one day. This will probably never run out of mineral sludge because a lot of the time there's a train supplying it with sludge. Yeah, we good now? We're making stuff? We're making stuff. Okay, good. We're good. Making crystals. Making hybrid stuff. 1, 2, here comes the third. Here comes the third. Gold. We have gold. How's this one output it? How does it even get it in the first place? Okay, but that doesn't explain how the gold... Hang on, does this? Oh, it does it that way, okay. And let me guess, there's a problem on the same side, which is like here. Yeah, there is. That makes gold. Awesome. I was a little worried there for a moment. Okay, so now that we've got gold, what do we do with it? We induct it. We need to turn it to bars, and to turn it to bars we require chlorine. Now, not the biggest problem in the world, because we do have chlorine over here. However, minor problem, it does appear... I'm not making chlorine right now. But never mind, I want to go back into the we don't have a problem situation, because we most certainly have a problem. And overflow valve here as well. Yeah, I don't really care. I like these two are kind of connecting. That's not actually something I like, but it is kind of funny. As long as they're not actually getting in each other's way, I should be okay with it. Do we... Actually, that's something I hadn't considered. Processed gold, does that make anything any easier? No, it just makes everything... Well... Maybe. Hang on, I've just gotten confused. That turns into gold cathode. But how do we make that stuff? We'll go to get gold ingots in the first place. You know what? I cannot be bothered to figure that out right now. I know it's not hard, but I cannot be bothered. I would rather have inefficiencies. So we need chlorine or chloride or something like that. We need green stuff. That is the official name of it now. Okay. Let's get that green stuff in here. I'm not sure chlorine is green. But then again, I'm trying to think of when I actually have seen chlorine, and I don't know what color it is, so maybe chlorine's green. I don't know. We also are going to need some sort of fuel. Thankfully, there is some sort of fuel. In the form of this stuff. That is carbon, it looks like. Oh, no. Let's not do it that way. This is the laziest way to do things, and I'm not changing it because I'm lazy. Great. Now, because we're not using a lot of aluminium right now, because we're not using a lot of gold right now, weird how that all sort of just kicks into itself, doesn't it? I'm also going to overflow valve that one as well. I feel like I may be happier to have the chlorine gas than to just waste it. And if things are powered, we would have stuff. Yeah, but it is making gold. That's what we really need to remember. Well, no, it's not. It's thinking about making gold. And then we induct it. And then we're actually done for now. No, we're not, because then we need to actually get it to where the gold needs to live. Do we have pumps? We do. Let's just pump that bad boy in there. Why is... Okay. I don't know. Do I hear a worm being mad? Interesting. Okay, so we do need to have probably... Oops. We'll get there. Give me a second. Okay. Well, and that should mean more chlorine starts getting made. Probably not a lot of chlorine, but some. We're going to change that to be like that and like that. But it has made a lot of chlorine gas very quickly. And then that's not even connected, so maybe we connect them and then BAM! Chlorine gas is happening. And then gold is happening? Gold is happening! Great! Now how the fuck are we getting into everything else? Okay, well, the important thing is we can put it on a train line, put it down there, and then it gets to... Then it actually almost gets to where I need it, so that's actually almost convenient. I'll take actually almost convenient every day of the week. I feel like this is a line we don't use very often. Because all we need to do is connect it to my old gold refinery and it should be good. And then we can go back to making my red circuits. So far so good. We're about halfway there now. Alright, come on baby, keep going. Go gold train, go gold train, go gold train, go gold train, go gold train. Damn, I stopped by steel. There's always so far you can go with gold train. That's alright. But the good news is gold does come into here. Then we can connect it like that. And then I reckon if we look at my blue circuits and everything that actually uses gold. Well, that was already fine. Yeah, there we go. Gold's coming through. And then the red circuits will be used, and then the red circuits will be completely consumed by the unending disappointment. Another great engineering moment. Hell yes. It really wasn't. Let's not lie to ourselves, but thank you for saying it all the same. So, oh, the spaghetti gets worse every day. I mean, sometimes it gets better. Anything inside the train line, though, I consider that, like, inside that train line, that's just going to have to live. The best part about the spaghetti is the further on you go, the worse the spaghetti gets because it has to start reacting to other spaghetti. And there's not really much you can do about it when you just keep making the same issues. Alright, so how are we going? How are we going? Okay, my boards there and there, that's good. They're not connected to ferric chloride. That's fine for now. So now, I'm going to go across the tracks, on the wrong side of the tracks. And here we're going to build all the greens and the browns. And then we should be done. Oh, and we've got to connect with ferric chloride as well, but that's not a big deal. So, I remember right that we don't actually need too much of this, so what we're going to do is we're going to just... What do we need for brown circuits? The most basic of circuits. We need wooden boards and copper cables. Well, wooden boards, we got those. Copper cables, we don't have those, but we can get them real easy, because we just need to do that. And then connect it to the copper, and then we've got it. And probably need to get an offshore pump as well. But again, easy. Everything looks like it got filled with water. Awesome. We need to get some copper, but that's easy enough. And then we need to make the basic circuits, which honestly, I don't think we need to worry. I think we just put them on one side. There may be too much copper cabling. In fact, I know it's too much copper cabling, but I also don't care enough to not do this. So that's requiring, well, actually, that in itself requires 2 belts worth. Huh. How much? Huh. I didn't want that to be an X, I wanted that to be a copy. Can we please put that back? Thank you very much. Okay, so that's requiring 2 belts worth. Then 2 things happen here. 1, we move that ass back. 2, we wonder why the hell I just did move that ass back. That's a very good question. Okay, so that will be the equivalent of 2 belts worth. This... I don't know if it's going to be enough now. I thought it was going to easily be enough, but now I'm a little uncertain. Okay, that's great. Get out of my way for a moment, please. Thank you. I made a mistake there. Probably shouldn't have done that. That's alright. It also doesn't help that I literally changed the recipe of what I was trying to make. One more, I think. So that's going to make most of a belt's worth of basic boards. Okay, so we still need to get the copper in there, which at least we don't have problems with copper supply, just at least we shouldn't. Copper we can steal from over here. Let's chuck those trees in there. Just, I don't really want these trees right now. Thank you. I just didn't want to waste my trees. Not because I'm eco-conscious or anything, I just didn't want to waste the trees. I mean, in this mod, I am so not eco-conscious. Everything is unlimited. Just dredge it from the water. It is yours now. Throw it in the water again if you want. I don't give a shit. Dredge it from the water, throw it in the water. I don't give a shit. Yep, that's how I feel about the ecology. Ecology? Environment in this game. Ecology is the wrong word, and I don't care enough to try and figure out what the right word is. Alright, so that's going to be the copper coming right in there. We're going to need copper on the other side as well. That's not too much of a problem. That's just doing that up a little bit. Cool, and then connecting the corners. Okay, so that's making a lot of copper. Great. Now, I also need... Real quick, I need to make 2... That may not be near enough. I need to make the equivalent of 2 of these belts, I think it is. Yeah, I need 2 of these belts, and I'm pretty sure to get 2 of those belts, I need... Real quick, checking. It doesn't require those. Oh, it does, actually. So to get 2 of these belts, I require... Oh. No? Yeah, to get 2 of these belts, I need 2 of these. So I'm not making enough of this. Not even remotely. Yikes. Okay. Not a problem, we can make more. I just didn't expect that to happen. They're not built here, why not? Oh, because I have about the pipe. That's alright. We are not too worried about the pipe situation because we can just put another one down. Alright, so that's going to connect that up. But really what we need to do is just like a full... another one of these. And even then, that's still not going to quite be enough. Which is fascinating, just how much stuff I need. And then we connect that like that. And how many wooden boards do these need? Not a full belt, but also not a full belt. So what I'm going to do now is panic. Okay, after panicking, what's my plan? Nope, that was my entire plan. Oh, good. Great. So then if I power this... that gives me 2 full belts as opposed to 2 half belts. And then we're going to power it as well, of course. That gives me a lot more wooden boards. It may not give me enough, but it'll have to do for now. Because I got no other alternatives. We could always speed it up, of course, and use some blue belts to double the speed. That may help. Okay, but that gives us more basic circuit boards. Now that we've got the basic circuit boards, we need... I think what we need next is solder and basic electric components. Now again, these are actually pretty easy to make. I've made lots of these before. Solder is easy. Solder is just that. A very similar setup to what we've just made. We've run out of sand. I feel like a doofus running out of sand midway through a build. But, you know, happens all the time, right? There's no trains out here yet because, quite frankly, nothing is existing out here. It's like, you know, when they're building a new subdevelopment and there's just no buses or trains to go out there yet. This is a new subdevelopment. I don't really know what else to go with on that. It's just, that's what it is. Are we going for stone? Are we actually in a position where we have enough stone yet? I have a funny feeling the answer is no. No, the answer is still no. We don't have enough concrete either, actually. That's probably not helping anything. Probably need to figure out what's going on there. Concrete at some point. Alright, so we need more sand, and for that we're going to take the Venga bus. If I can remember where the Venga bus is. Now, over here is where my old farm was, and the farm produces a lot of sand, hopefully. Now, my science has been stuck at 66% for a while, and that concerns me a little bit. I don't know why the train wiggles like that anymore. I probably knew at one point, but I have no idea anymore. Yeah, it's 20,000 sand there. That's a good number of sand. And we can probably drop a couple of things off. $4,000 sand. That's a goodly number of sand. And you know what? I am here. I've just remembered what I wanted to do with my train. I just remembered I wanted to do this, so I'm going to do it now. What I want to do is I want to make a lot of plutonium. However, this is not going to cut it as is. So we're going to use a couple of stack inserters. Not stack inserters, sorry, filter inserters. Do one for plutonium. And one for uranium 2-3 something. $238. And we're going to make them come out this way. No, not quite like that. And we want to make a lot of this. The plan is this is going to be required for making some really cool fusion stuff once we make it. And then once it's done, it can just come straight back into my uranium storage, or my radioactive storage chest. So we've already run out of plutonium. That's interesting. I really thought we'd be able to do more than that, but that's alright. The whole point of this is that we can do more of this very soon. Okay, great. So we've got 3 of them running at the moment, and when the productivity spikes, then we're going to have a lot of plutonium. So that's good. Meanwhile, we are, of course, making the shiny light green uranium. That's doing a good job. We shouldn't touch it. I understand it's radioactive. By its very nature, it is radioactive. We're not going to pet it. So we've got lots of sand. We've got a train over here. And I'll take more stuff. That's fine, I suppose. Actually, we don't need those. Right, so. Oh wow, that train actually goes to where I needed to go to. A very straight line. I like that. I like that in a train line. Cool. Now we just need to keep building. Because until we have built... so what do we need? We need this, and then we need to build this. So we need... No. We need basic electric components and solder. Basic electric components... We've made a lot of those, I'm sure. Oh, they were kind of a pain to build. No, they weren't. It was just tin, copper, wire, and carbon, which, honestly, we can probably steal the carbon from over there, because I'm pretty sure we make more carbon than we need to. Of course, if I'm wrong, then crap. Okay, so solder. Solder is the easy one. The solder is just a matter of copying that. Did I not already do that? I felt like I already do that. I didn't. Okay, never mind then. Okay, and it's still a matter of getting the solder over here, but again, that's not really a problem. How long have we got? 20 minutes. Jeez, making these red circuits is taking me a long time. And then we also need to get tinned copper wire, which is over here. And this one's a bit more of a pain because, of course, tin and copper. And of course we need to then make it. I don't know how much we need though, so maybe we won't worry about that. There's no way we needed 9 of those. So how about we just take 2 lines of that? That's not copy, that's a different key. Okay. So the tinned copper wire go in there. And then actually might be able to go down. Get rid of that real quick. Because it would make more sense for the carbon. Oh no! Let's redo. I don't know what redo is, so we're gonna do it manually. I think I'd know what redo was, but I just cannot think of it. Okay, and carbon. So we're going to get tin, copper, carbon, and solder. Why do I play this game? Ah, we've reached the existential crisis mode of Factorio. That happens sometimes. It really does. Every now and then with Factorio, you just had that moment where you go, why do I enjoy this? Why do I do this to myself on a 3 times a week basis? It's all me. My fault. Existential Factorio is my favorite Factorio game. Okay. Basically, if you're not having an existential crisis while playing Factorio, what are you doing? That's what I reckon. Are you even playing Factorio if you're not having an existential crisis? No, the answer is you're not. Or at the very least, if you are, you're playing it wrong. Alright, so we just got copper, so we can steal that from up there. Again, remember, it's always good to steal copper. Alright, catch you later. Take care. Stay healthy. Thanks. I appreciate it. Okay, so that's the copper connected to it. Just do that. Right, so now just need tin. I'm worrying about the carbon now. That does not look like a full belt of carbon. Looks like half a belt of carbon. The worst amount. Not for any particular reason, just because it's not a full belt. And then we need to figure out how to get the solder in here. That looks like tin. And tin's on one side, copper's on the other. Okay, that's not great. That should have connected tin. Why did it not? Because it's one too short. There we go. And we don't have any water coming through here, do we? Not yet, but we can do that really quickly. Water. I'm not even going to watch it come through. I know it's fine. I did have to watch it come through. I didn't know it was fine. Solder is the next step. And then iron, and then we're done, I guess? Hopefully. Or I'll cry. Okay. Don't think I won't cry. I will. I will always cry, given the opportunity. Like, if you give me the opportunity, I will be in tears in like a matter of moments. My wife will come by and be like, oh god, what is it now, Seif? Because that is the appropriate response. I think it's the appropriate response. I live with me, I know how it is. Okay, here comes the solder. Not as good as the finger bus, I know, but it'll have to do. The solder bus is coming, and it is on a liquid bus. It's not quite the same thing, but I guess it'll have to do. Hey, it's not quite the same thing. Not quite as exciting a song, is it? And that's only solder on one side. Okay, because we can do this. A solder on both sides, and then we just need to power it somehow. Using the power of power. Okay. So that's solder, and that is basic electric components. So with this, and okay, so these need to be on the solder. No, what? Basic electric components? No. Stop. Basic electric components need to be on their own line. And you would get there eventually if we just stopped for just a second. And we are out of things. Again. Nope. Yes. Probably need to actually tell it what I'm trying to build. I'm trying to build these. Oh. So... correct me if I'm wrong, but does that say that I need 9 belts worth of the... No. Does that say I need 9 belts worth of basic electric components for this? Alright. I don't have 9 belts worth of electric components. I just don't have that. Okay, well I need to resupply anyway, and one of my trains is out of fuel, so... you know what? I still don't think I'm going to be finishing Red Circus today. What an absolute pain. I didn't know I'd need so many basic electric components. But I do. Another option would be, rather than having 9, just build the express ones. That would turn it in from 9 into 9 divided by 4, which is a number that is very small. Why are they not being made now? Ferric chloride. Oh god, no, not ferric chloride again. What's wrong with it now? I have no attention span. What is wrong with ferric chloride now? I don't even want to know. There is next to no iron coming through. Why not? Why is there no iron coming through? Because holy crap, slag is a problem. That's exactly why there's no iron. Okay. Just grabs that slag for a moment. But wait, how many belts worth? That's 4 belts worth. Okay. So we need to make titanium belts, fast ones. Because blue is simply not going to cut it anymore. I am shocked by this, actually. And I don't know if it even has any of this available. I don't think I make this stuff. Okay. I'm really I'm shook. I'm positively shook. Because yeah, sure enough, we don't make titanium bearings. And I have a really scary feeling about that the titanium bearings require, yep, lubricant. Nothing has really required lubricant yet, but now something does. Okay. There is lubricant nearby because the electric engines use them. So what we can do is we're going to do a little bit of weird... No, I don't like that. No, but at the same time, I'm not going to do this too differently. So it'd be better to do this. Do the bearings. The bearings come like that. Have this go like that. Pick up. Didn't actually click it. Always important to actually click things. We don't even have titanium being made here. Shoot! This fix is going to be a little bit more complicated than I wanted it to be. Also, I still haven't fixed my pink train. He says continuing to not fix the pink train. Fine. Won't hurt anyone. No one will be harmed because the pink train's not working. In fact, if anything, no one is less likely for harm now. So that's nice. Okay, so titanium is the next thing we really need. Casting machine 2, what do I look like? A plea? A paw? No paw. I have stuff, I guess. Okay. Regular titanium, please. And titanium, how much do we want in here? I don't know, lots. I get a metric lots. Thanks. Great. Just 1,000, just give me 1,000. Now. Figure out how to get titanium into here. By further increasing the spaghetti madness. Now the good news is titanium is not too hard to... In fact, titanium should be somewhat down here. It is. There it is. It wasn't far at all. In fact, it was right next to me the whole time. Oh, look at that. It even does the little split thing that I needed right then and there. Perfect. Gonna be a problem if I ever try to expand the algae, but perfect. And one day I'll try to expand the algae, so it'll really screw me up, but that's okay. Perfect. As long as I keep saying perfect, it's fine. Perfect. It is absolutely perfect. My wife is questioning me again. I mean, reasonable to question me on this one, because... not perfect. I know. Thank you. So let's just put the bearings in there, and we want to put titanium bearings, and we want, I don't know, let's just get 200. Let's just get plenty. And it's just going to make them, and hopefully it's going to make these. No, it still needs titanium gear wheels. That's not too much of a problem, because we can just grab them directly from here. And then likewise, we can power that. Okay, so this is all going to be so that we don't need to have like a ridiculous number of machines to power the basic circuitry. Hopefully anyway. Honestly, I'm kind of done for tonight. I've reached my 2 hours, so thank you very much for watching. If you've enjoyed today, please give a follow either on Twitch or on YouTube. It would be very much appreciated, and that way you'll know when I'm next streaming. You can also have a look at my schedule, because that will also be kept up to date. I do need to change a little bit, because I will not be streaming much next week, but I will update that very shortly. Also, I have a little bit of an announcement coming for the next stream, the 3-hour stream. So if you're wondering what that's all about, please check that out, because I'm pretty excited about what I've got to announce, and we'll see. Hopefully, yep. So hopefully you are too, and I'll see everyone next time. Take care, everyone. Bye.